You've heard heartwarming tales of animals showing loyalty and love to their owners, but imagine this. A burglar sneaks into an old, abandoned house expecting to find valuable treasures. Instead, he stumbles upon a litter of adorable puppies. This surprising encounter changes his life in ways he never expected. It was late, and the house was cloaked in darkness and mystery. Steve, a man known for his shady ways rather than his honesty, crept through the dimly lit rooms. Tonight, he was on the prowl in an abandoned house, searching for anything valuable he could pocket. His bag was already filled with electronic gadgets, though he had no idea if they worked. Still, he wasn't about to leave empty-handed. As Steve ventured upstairs, a strange noise caught his ear. It was a rustling sound, which at first he dismissed as bugs or creaky floorboards. But as he moved closer to the source of the noise, it grew louder and seemed to be coming from the closet. Intrigued, Steve carefully opened the closet door and was met with an unexpected sight. A pile of tiny brown puppies huddled together on an old towel. Even though Steve had always been a burglar, he had a soft spot for animals. He couldn't just leave these helpless puppies behind. Without hesitation, he gathered them up using some large coats he found in the closet and gently carried them to his car. Driving away, Steve couldn't stop thinking about the house and the puppies he had found. He wondered why the owners had left them behind in the closet. Deciding it was best to take them to the vet the next day, Steve knew he had to act fast to ensure their safety. Before making any plans, he called his partner in crime, who had originally discovered the abandoned house. His partner revealed that the house's owner had been arrested 2 days earlier, though the reason for the arrest remained a mystery. Steve couldn't shake the uneasy feeling that something was off, especially with the puppies being left behind. He chose not to mention the puppies to his partner, fearing he might suggest abandoning them to keep their burglary a secret. As Steve drove to the vet, he felt a mix of nerves and determination. To avoid drawing suspicion, he came up with a story about finding the puppies near a garbage dump. In the waiting room, kids were excited to see the puppies, but Steve kept them at a distance to avoid attention. The vet's office was busy, and Steve had to wait his turn, hoping the puppies would get the care they needed. When Steve finally met the vet, he immediately noticed the vet's serious demeanor. The vet examined the puppies carefully and asked Steve to step out of the room. This unusual request made Steve uneasy, but he complied. As he waited outside, Steve's anxiety grew. He feared the vet might have recognized him as a burglar or that something else was seriously wrong. After a few minutes, the vet called Steve back into the office. The puppies were gone, and the vet revealed he had called the police. Steve was shocked and confused, wondering how the vet knew about his criminal activities. But the vet's concern wasn't about the burglary, it was about the puppies. When the police arrived, Steve braced himself for arrest, expecting to be caught for burglary. But to his surprise, the officers weren't interested in his crime. Instead, they bombarded him with questions about the puppies. Steve was stunned to learn that the puppies weren't ordinary dogs. They were baby wombats, a rare and protected species from southeastern Australia. The police were deeply concerned because the wombats were part of a major investigation into an international smuggling ring. The house's owner had been arrested for suspected involvement in illegal trafficking of endangered animals. The wombats were vital evidence, and Steve had unknowingly played a key role by rescuing them. The wombats were soon taken to an animal care facility where they received proper care before being sent back to Australia. As for Steve, he managed to strike a deal with the authorities. By cooperating and providing crucial testimony against the smuggler, he avoided charges for trespassing. The entire experience had a huge impact on Steve. Almost going to prison made him rethink his choices and appreciate his second chance. Realizing how close he came to being locked up, Steve decided it was time to change his life and seek an honest path. His surprising act of kindness toward the wombats did more than just save their lives. It helped crack down on a major illegal animal trafficking ring. Steve's shift from being a burglar to a responsible citizen showed that even unexpected events can lead to big, positive changes. What began as a night of crime ended up as a turning point, proving that redemption is always possible. So, what are your thoughts about this heart-touching story? Share your opinions in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our new animal stories. Your support means the world to us.